Hey guys, welcome to the Bows. Today I'll be talking about the main event for UFC 267, Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira. When it comes to title fights, this is what you want. The number one contender going up against the champion. This is what you want. And it's a good fight. Jan Blachowicz has been knocking everybody out. He came off a decision win over Adesanya, which was huge. A huge win for his career, maybe his biggest win ever, probably. And Glover Teixeira has been smashing all the young dudes and all the dudes that are supposed to beat him also. So it's very interesting to see this kind of matchup. But can Glover Teixeira beat Jan Blachowicz? It's a tough one to call. If I had to say, I'd say no. Glover is quite a bit of an underdog, somewhere around a plus 200 area underdog, and I think that makes sense. It's a tough matchup ahead of him. He beat a real power puncher in Thiago Santos the fight before, which I was very surprised to see. But if you look at the situation, that was Thiago Santos' first fight back since tearing up his knees in the John Jones fight. And he didn't really look the same, and he still kind of doesn't look the same, Thiago Santos. He looked better in his last fight, but he still isn't the same type of fighter he was, in my opinion. And first fight back after a long layoff as well, because of the knee injuries, so there was some ring rust in there, if I had to say. And Glover got tagged quite a few times by Santos. At any moment, that fight could have been stopped possibly if Thiago got in another good shot on Teixeira. And that's not a game you want to be playing with Jan Blachowicz. On the feet, Glover Teixeira is very hittable, and I think it's going to be tougher than he thinks to get Jan Blachowicz to the ground. And Blachowicz, I believe, is more opportunistic and carefully picks his shots more than Thiago. I got to hand it to Glover, though. Being on the win streak that he's on and earning a title shot and becoming the number one contender at 41 years old is pretty incredible. And I don't think there's all that much pressure on Jan Blachowicz. He just got to fight his fight. The pressure's on Glover because he's going to have to get the fight to the ground. He cannot stand with Jan for an extended period of time. I do not see that going well. I think it's possible that we see Glover get a takedown or two or three or maybe more. But I think Jan Blachowicz will do enough to survive on the ground, possibly get up, and have enough time striking with Glover to get the win. I wouldn't mind seeing Glover get the win, though. That'd be crazy to see him become champion at 41 years old and be on the run that he's on and win the title. It'd be crazy. You can only be happy for a guy like that. And after that, if he wins, he should retire. Like, what more do you have to accomplish in the sport at 41 years old and you just became champion? What more do you have to accomplish? It's a great career. But unfortunately, I don't see it going down that way. If I had to make an official prediction, I'd say third round TKO for Blachowicz. It just seems like a tougher matchup for Glover. I wouldn't be surprised to see Glover win the first round and maybe even the second round as well, and then Jan Blachowicz capitalizes mid-fight or maybe later in the fight. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Glover is a very good wrestler and has very good ground game and very good ground and pound, so he could give Jan Blachowicz some problems. I think it's just tough to bet against someone with that kind of power in Jan Blachowicz against an older fighter who is hittable at times and isn't super crisp on the feet. It's just a tough matchup for Glover in that way, I think. A lot of the times, Blachowicz just needs one to put somebody out, and Glover has had his fair share of damage in his long career. Alright guys, that's all I got today. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this fight. Do you think Glover pulls it off and rides off in the sunset with a storybook ending, winning the title at 41 years old? Or do you think Jan Blachowicz gets it done again and fights Yuri Prochazka next? That's a great matchup, so a lot of people want to see that fight too. Champion Blachowicz versus Yuri Prochazka, or Glover Teixeira winning the belt at 41. Both kind of have good endings, so we'll see what happens. Till next time, peace.